Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the God Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you is having a fantastic Tuesday, wherever you are around the world. Hopefully, everyone is all okay. And welcome back to another match preview show. Of course, Liverpool do take on Luton Town tomorrow at Anfield. I believe it's 8 o'clock kickoff. I will double check on that, but I believe it's 8 o'clock kickoff. Anyway, chat. And yeah, of course, obviously, as the title says. Actually, sorry, no, it's 7:30 tomorrow that the game will be kicking off. That was 8 o'clock. But obviously, injury news. Again, we'll get on to that in tonight's show because, of course, we were all waiting for Jurgen Klopp's press conference earlier. Jota and, of course, Curtis Jones. In that sense, of course, obviously a moment, and of course Curtis Jones as well. Both of them definitely ruled out for tomorrow. We will get on to what Jurgen did say in the press conference as well. But again, let me know all of you are in the comments down below as well. Hopefully all of you are having a fantastic day as usual as well. Anyway, but Chris is in saying, I know they're winning now, but something's not right about City. I've kept quiet about it for the whole season. There's a reason why Arsenal and Liverpool have a huge chance, says Chris. It's probably just, again, you look at last season, they won the treble. I think it's just a realistic dip off of that from last season. But yeah, City 1-0. Thank you, Zane, for that. Yeah, I did check just before I came on what the score was, and yeah, Haaland was it? Yeah, Haaland who scores, which again, shock. Anyway, but they've been some changes in my opinion. Konza, or Gomez, Konza, Tsimikas to start, in my opinion, for Chris. And yeah, it's of course, rotation is going to be key. Of course, with a League Cup final coming up on Sunday, you would prefer a game, a week of preparation for a cup final. But again, that's not Liverpool Football Club. We don't get that luxury at times. And look, at the end of the day, it's also a frustrating situation as well, because I believe that the Luton game could have been moved to a date further on. Of course, obviously they do take into consideration obviously European football and so on, but still, I think that there was definitely a window of opportunity somewhere down the road. Anyway, and of course, just speaking about Luton quickly, obviously, they've done an amazing job so far. I don't think anyone would have thought that they would be on the edge of the relegation zone. And look, overall, when you do look at it, again, I'm going to quickly get up their points tally because I've forgotten how much they're actually on. But again, 20 points. They're they've got a game in hand on Everton. Obviously, we'll find out, I think, on Everton, if Tom's in the stream. Tom will know more than me, but I think obviously we'll find out on the Everton situation and their points tally. But again, I don't think anyone would have thought that Luton would be fighting to get out of the relegation zone, and that's a fair, and a good job, of course, from again everyone at Luton, of course. Now, again, you look at tomorrow, Liverpool should get the job done, even with rotation. But still, it's these types of games where even last season we massively struggled at times, and you always get those little bit of like, oh Christ, what's going to happen as well. But again, looking at Luton, if they can get a run of games, I'm not saying they will get out of relegation, because I'm looking at it now, again, Luton at 18, sorry, with 20 points. Everton with 20 points against Newcastle, not Newcastle, sorry, Nottingham Forest, 24 points as well. So they're there or thereabouts, but if they can get a run of games, they could easily get out of the top of the bottom three. Do I see them going down? Yes, I do. But again, I think out of the three teams that are there, I think they'll be the only ones to give a real fight for it. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I don't think that Burnley can do anything. I don't think Sheffield can do anything in that regard. But yeah, I think Luton for sure could fight with Everton and Forest, and even Palace, if Palace don't get their act together. Because looking at it, I didn't expect to see Palace down so low as well. But Oh, brilliant. 2-0 Haaland. Thank you, Zane, for that anyway. But we will get on to the Jurgen Klopp press conference and get on what he said about Diogo Jota and Curtis Jones. Of course, he did, as you guys would have seen if you've seen the show earlier on the channel, it did say that, yeah, obviously this is from David Lynch, saying Jurgen Klopp says Diogo Jota's recovery, that it will obviously take months rather than weeks. No time frame for Curtis Jones yet. And what he did actually say in the whole piece as well as right here, and saying that Allison with a muscle injury ruled out, Curtis Jones with a bone ligament issue ruled out, and Diogo's knee issue ruled out. The others, we will have to deal with it day by day. Now, just to go on, just first of all, obviously Diogo Jota and Curtis Jones. Obviously, Diogo Jota, we knew, judging by the reports that's been coming out the last few days, it's going to be months. It looks likely 2 months, but again, Jurgen didn't give any time frame on these types of situations because, again, you look at Liverpool's luck in terms of time frames; it's not really matched in many sense. And when you look at overall, even Curtis Jones, no time frame given, no real inkling neither, I think, from Jurgen that, again, there's a time frame for it. Again, would have been perfect if that would have been the case, but again, it's the Liverpool luck at the minute where, again, even if we do get a player back, we don't tend to have them for that long. And you look at Diogo Jota, even we went on about it, didn't we, chat about how well he's done since Mo Salah's been gone to AFCON and obviously come back from the injury. And Diogo Jota's meant so much for Liverpool to being where we are in terms of, again, fighting for everything, and being top of the Premier League. And now when you look at it, I can already say it, he's going to leave a massive gap in the quality that Liverpool have, either starting or coming off the bench. Diogo Jota is such an impactful player for Liverpool. And same with Curtis Jones. For me, he's definitely in Liverpool's best midfield. I think if we were to say right now, does Curtis Jones get on that left-hand side? I would probably say yes. I think that if you was to name Liverpool's best midfield, for me, it would be Curtis Jones, Dom Szoboszlai, and probably, Alexis McAllister would be, that would be my middle three. And two of them are going to be a massive miss. Even when you look at this game against Luton, it's such a banana skin of a game, even though it's out at Anfield. It's one of these situations where Liverpool, no matter what team they bring out, are expected to win and perform as well. And I think Jurgen also alluded to that earlier, where he said he needs Anfield at its best tomorrow, that he needs a European night for Anfield, and I think that's going to be a massive it'll be massive hope for Liverpool as well, because the hope will be coming from the game as well. 3 points, stay top of the Premier League, but extend the gap in some sense, and then go on to Sunday then and win the League Cup and hopefully no more injuries as well, because if you speak about what Jurgen said in the second half of that paragraph, where he said we're going to see with others day by day. Now, there's been rumours about Mo Salah, there's rumours about Darwin Núñez. Jurgen didn't really give any inkling today of who he was referring to. Again, didn't name them by name, but again, with all the rumours that's going around at the minute, it's not good news if again, there's no Darwin or no Mo tomorrow, certainly for the League Cup final on Sunday. Again, a massive boost would be them on the bench for tomorrow, but I definitely foresee, and let me know your guys' thoughts in the chat, that tomorrow will be massive, a massive rotation with players. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw, similar to the FA Cup game where we saw a few youngsters in the team. I wouldn't and that's no is for me personally, it's not showing disrespect to Luton, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did see a few make an appearance tomorrow, because again we need the whole squad at the minute. As Chris has gone there with his lineup again, let me know your guys' starting 11s as well and score predictions in the chat. And yeah, let me know yours down below. Obviously, Chris going Keller, Bradley, Gomez, Konza, no Van Dijk in that neither. Or Ibu. Simicas, Endo, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Gakpo, and Diaz as well. I don't like the centre half pickings. I'm not going to lie, Chris. I think at least one of Virgil or Canate starts. I can't see Gomez and Konza starting, but I could be wrong as well. But again, it's even when you look at that, you look at Joe Gomez and look how crucial he's been so far for Liverpool's season. He's been immense for us. And you just hope and pray that we won't get any more injuries going into Sunday and even past that as well, because we've got League Cup final on Sunday, we've got FA Cup then I think on Wednesday again, got League then I think on Saturday. So it's just games every 3 days now for Liverpool, and we've basically got injuries now at the wrong time of the season. And how much will that impact Liverpool? I'm not too sure. Again, I think Liverpool will be fine at the minute. Obviously, we've got Trent coming back hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Szoboszlai should be back next week, but again, we don't know on that. But at the minute, it's not looking good, chat. Is it anyway? But again, let me know your score predictions in the comments and start 11 predictions as well. Anyway, but the goal was disallowed. Let me just quickly check. Is it still 1-0, chat, or is it 2-0 to City? Let me double check. No, still 1-0 in that game as well. But again, going on to the lineup for Liverpool. For me, that Liverpool's team would be Keller in goal, Conor Bradley right back, Virgil van Dijk alongside Konza. I think that would be Liverpool's back two. I'd go Virgil and Konza. I'd go Andy Robertson left back. I'd go Endo, McAllister, and Gravenberch, and then I'd go on the right Harvey Elliott, up front Cody Gakpo, and on the left, Luis Diaz. I think that's, if the rumours are true about Mo and Darwin, again, don't take any risks. If there's a chance that they can play Sunday or start on Sunday, I absolutely want them to start on Sunday. Because again, we spoke about it, I think, last week, where the impact on what the League Cup could do for Liverpool's season in terms of, going on to potentially win the Premier League or the Europa League. In that sense, you've seen in 21-22 what impact it did at that period of the season. I think it would do something very similar for Liverpool, and going, look, we can do this. We can go on and fight on all fronts again. And the same what Jurgen said earlier on. Liverpool want to take it seriously. They respect Luton, but at the end of the day, they want Liverpool, and we need Liverpool to give 100%. It doesn't matter if it is Luton Town or Manchester City at home. Again, you have to give 100% no matter what. And fingers crossed, we'll see that as well, and hopefully see that tomorrow evening as well when we're doing post match. Anyway, but. Again, the overall feeling though is, out of the three, it does feel like Diogo Jota is the worst. There's been some rumours and some websites suggesting Alisson's out for 6 weeks, which again, that's not great in that sense. I think again, just looking at the games that Alisson would miss, and I'll quickly get them up on my phone so I can tell you guys which games he would be missing. So misses Luton, misses Chelsea, Southampton, Forest away, City at home. I believe, Everton away, Brighton at home. I think he could be back. Probably Sheffield United at home. He probably comes back into the pecking order. So again, not great in that sense neither. And yeah, just hopefully we do have some better news in that sense as well. But Chris going 3-1 Liverpool is my prediction. He says be similar to the Burnley game at home. I feel probably again, we know Liverpool give up chances. We know this for a fact because we don't never like making things easy for ourselves. But yeah, and again, hopefully, it's a lot more smoother than that anyway. And Chris obviously Luton way better than Burnley. Yeah, like I said, I think for me, if they can get a run of games going, they could push Everton and Forest and co to see where they do end up in the Premier League. But still, I do think that Luton have very much set themselves up very well for the Championship next season. Where they could just win it. Look how Leicester have done this season, where they've just completely taken that league by storm. Rightfully should never go relegated, Leicester, but still, you look at it. I think if it stays, is it chat? If it stays 2, I think it's 2-0 Hull at the minute. So I think Leicester need a win to go up, or something like that. Did I see earlier on? But yeah, they've been brilliant so far this season. And I think Luton could do the same. I really do. I think Luton will go down and just come straight back up. But when you do look at it, the quality, I think, from next season onwards needs to be better from the Championship clubs that do come up, because this season it's been poor. You look at Burnley have been shocking. Sheffield United have been abysmal. I think they conceded now with like 63 goals, I think, this season so far, which is ridiculous. I think it's the most that a newly promoted side conceded at this stage of a season, which is ridiculous. But still, I don't think they're going to turn things around. And then, if certain clubs get points deduction, I think, when we speak about Luton, to be fair, I think Forest are getting a points deduction as well. Obviously, Everton, we know that there's something going to happen there. Obviously, they have breached, I think, another thing, so they could get more points back, but who knows? And who knows, the Premier League, they may go at the end of the season, oh yeah, we're going to put 10 points on you again. Yeah, that whole mess of a situation anyway. But for me anyway, for Liverpool Luton, I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to agree with Chris. I think 3-1 Liverpool for me sounds about right. I'm going to go Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, and Alexis McAllister to get a goal. Obviously, it'd be Macca's. I think it'd be his third Liverpool goal. So that'd be nice. But yeah, obviously the midfield will be crucial tomorrow as well for Liverpool. It'd be nice to see if Gravenberch can kick on. Still, obviously had a good game after coming off against Brentford on Saturday, and hopefully, again, it's the start of him kicking on. Obviously, seeing Maka in his more natural position, which is a really, really nice to see, I should say, if I can get my words out. And yeah, just fingers crossed and touch wood, no more injuries, because we've been absolutely battered the last 2 weeks. No Trent, no Szoboszlai, no Diogo Jota, no Curtis Jones, no Alisson Becker, no Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez potentially in that sense as well. We're just hoping and praying at the minute, chat, that there's no more injuries. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not as well. Obviously, nothing's going to come back to go, oh, crap, this has happened or that's happened. But I think as well, what Jurgen may do tomorrow is he may change system. He may go with a 4-4-2 and play, obviously, Lucho left mid, Harvey Elliott right mid, and then, who would you stick up top? Gakpo. That's all we have, realistically, at the minute. We don't have anyone else. You could put Lucho and Gakpo up top, to be fair, and put somebody at left mid. Like Gravenberch, for example, could go left mid. Endo and Maka as a 2. Harvey on the right, you could do it, but I'm not too sure whether or not we'll actually see it. But again, we'll have to just wait and see for tomorrow. Anyway, but I'm going to leave it there for tonight, guys. Anyway, big thank you to all of you guys. Anyway, I did say it would only be about 15 minutes. But yeah, tomorrow, post-match reaction. Next week, we're definitely going to have, obviously, next week, I think it's the weekend. Obviously, throughout the week, we're going to have League Cup final stuff as well. Hopefully, we'll have a few people on to speak about the League Cup final. Of course, I believe it's 3 o'clock on Sunday at Wembley, but obviously tomorrow more important. Obviously, hopefully Liverpool can get all 3 points in that sense as well. And just overall, no more injuries, please. Like, please, 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 touch wood. Pray to the gods. No more injuries for Liverpool. But at the minute, again, you look at the squads, it's not the best. And yeah, fingers crossed that Liverpool can get the win anyway tomorrow. But overall, again, if Liverpool come in tomorrow, put the pressure on City and Arsenal, then happy bloody days in that sense as well. If you haven't seen, before I do shoot off, obviously Jurgen Klopp confirming that Diogo Jota and Curtis Jones are out for tomorrow and for the near future. Of course, no time frame on either, and of course he does inkling as well that, of course, with other players, obviously we're going to see day by day of certain situations as well, which again everyone is rumoring that it is Mo Salah and Darwin Núñez that he is speaking about anyway. But hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow after the game with a post-match reaction, and yeah, throughout the week then we'll be speaking about the League Cup final and other bits and pieces of news as well. Also, as well, keep an eye out for certain shorts as well, and certain other things as well. Tom, good to see you, Tom. Saying 4-1 the Reds. Come on, you Reds as well. Big up to Tom as well. And chat, hopefully, again, all of you having a fantastic night. And yeah, hopefully the Reds bring 3 points home, and we'll have a bloody party anyway for the week. The League Cup final anyway. But look, still, hopefully we'll have some good news as well. And tomorrow, obviously, the leaks on social media and all of them coming out about certain players being available. Fingers crossed we actually get the job done tomorrow as well. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.